You're gonna need some sunscreen for this Showdown Live, my friends, because Great Wielder I was calling Volvo. Volo passed us this Sun team. It actually had 4 fire types: fire on fire on fire on Sun. But yeah, it just took off the armor rouge. It's like we don't have a ground resist or a water resist. I just slapped the Dragonite on there. So yeah, I tried to record with this, but the internet. I'm out of town, by the way, guys. So apologies for the not lack of upload yesterday. I brought my equipment. I'll be out of town till Monday night. So getting some recordings in so that I can have content coming out. But if I'm not as responsive in the comments, that's the reason why. I'll do my best. But with that, the internet, I lost 2 games to disconnection. I think it might have been more than 2. I think it's 3 to disconnection. So, you know, that obviously dropped us about, I'd say maybe 60 points, depending. I played a few games to get it back, but I decided to just record because I gotta probably record 3 of these or 4 of these in a row. So, we're gonna be working. So, from the games that I've played with it, I know that opposing Chiyu is a really big issue. I learned that Ceruledge is actually fantastic Pokemon. Very dangerous if played correctly. With that move it has called Bitter Blade. But versus other priority users or Garchomps, you want to be mindful. So what can you guard against? Right, I need to start doing the process again to get him back, the grip of doing that. He's not the best versus Sun and Fire, like Chiyu Fire. 2 KOs everything on his team in the Sun. I'm Choice Scarf. It's going to be a matter of positioning it correctly. And a matter of trying to stop his Garchomp from having its way, which is going to be very difficult. Roaring Moon is decent. He doesn't have a ground resistance. I think that's where Roaring Moon is really going to shine. Great Tusk is hard for me to deal with, just always hard to deal with for some reason. In terms of the team, right? It doesn't really, depending on this, because it varies so much. It could be anything. Dragonite is solid, but I wouldn't put it in the sweeper class. It doesn't have ice move. It's Roost Extreme Speed, normal Terra. So we're gonna lean on Chiyu being the late game mans out here with the fire move. So phase 1 is gonna involve Chiyu. We don't want Chiyu or Garchomp being his lead. That would devastate Torkoal. Particularly Chiyu, we'd lose Amon. Great Tusk sets vary so much that I really don't ever know what to expect from these. But as you notice, even if I were to play correctly, I don't have anything to beat it. Like, he could CC here and 2k everything on my team. No, well, the combination of his stabs and maybe Icicle Spear or Icicle Spinner, you know, we don't know what the fuck this shit has. So I don't want Great Tusk to, Roaring Moon to go. So what we're gonna do is, what's good, bro? If he's Rocky Helmet, so he's not Rocky Helmet. Okay, he's not Rocky Helmet, so I don't know what the fuck is about to go down. So we gotta go to our great. What the hell are we gonna go to? Right, I don't like rocks being up. CC. I'm glad he CC'd their jetpack. I'm actually glad you're gone. Part of me wanted him to stay in because he doesn't have a ground resist, and because he dropped his defense, that would allow me to EQ and rapid spin. It does mean that this is likely not as hazardous, probably Chomp, but you know, I've seen crazy things. So Roaring Moon, because it's choice banded, is a pretty comfortable answer here. Seeing as I was talking about, he's a Scarf. Phew, anybody held their breath there expecting the burn. Great Tusk coming in would be a bitch. I'm thinking, is it better to U-turn on the Great Tusk? Then what am I positioning versus it? Chiyu, and then Chiyu staring down Chomp, then Chomp staring back down Great Tusk, Gyarados, Dragon Claw, and then try to predict. No, I'll just U-turn here. I actually goes to Garchomp. Man, I was gonna fucking. I appreciate it. Thanks, buddy. Shoutouts to shoutouts to the Krisk. I actually wanted man, I could have declawed, but he knew there's no way I declawed there. But Crunch would have 2K'd this Chomp. Earthquake maybe as well. You turned to 31, but that's okay. It doesn't have any hazard control, And Great Tusk might be no, it's not faster. Yeah. What I'm thinking here is that he'll hopefully, because I'll just if I have to play with Rock, I don't want to because what I don't want him to go for rocks. But because he didn't hit me, I don't think Earthquake plus, I'm lying, that might be enough to with the rocks, with the rough skin. Yeah, Earthquake plus, because you know if you die on the turn you rapid spins, the hazards don't go away. So I'm thinking, what would I be able to spin on in the future other than his own Great Tusk? Alternatively, I could go to my Dragonite here and just EQ one-shot him as he attempts to Dragon Tail. Because he should Earthquake here. So that's what I'll do. Positionally, Dragonite is amazing. Yeah, he should Earthquake. And now he should Dragon Tail, not wanting me to Dragon Dance. He fucking lived on 28%. Man, that's tough. And I get fucking the worst possible mon. Because he gets to go to Azu, right? So that's a really big... because his Garchomp is alive, like just all of that went just as probably as wrong as things could go. It's not over yet, but that went about the living on 1%, the Dragon Tail to Shiyu. Yeah, about as wrong as things could go. I'll opt for Dragonite first. I don't want Dragonite Gun, but he should never play rough. I don't know what he is. That doesn't look banded. I gotta play around this very intelligently. Because what I'll do now is, he might set at 29% to a Dragonite. Because if he is and I go Torkoal on his Garchomp, I'm in a horrible position. 29%. Azu is pretty strong, so I don't know. And Roosting doesn't help me here. I can't lose Dragonite. So, do I assume banded? Because if I get the Torkoal, 30% to a Dragonite. That's 6. I don't know. Yeah, so he might have been banded. So if I went Torkoal, there would have been phenomenal. Scizor stick comes in. There are a couple of reasons why I don't want this Scizor, and I don't know what his item is. What I'm gonna do first is Dragon Dance on a potential U-turn. The reason I'm Dragon Dancing, if he's U-turn, it forces him to go into whatever his choice mon is. If he goes back to Azu knowing, well, I'm not gonna kill him, he's not gonna kill me. Because if he's not careful, I could also Terrestrialize, sweep him back. He might go to Dazo, so he goes to Azu, and now I know he has to go for the play rough. And I could Terrestrialize Roost and eat what? It's better to offer Torkoal, and what I'm thinking here is Torkoal. I wish I had Rapid Spin on this Torkoal. So many times I'm like, man, if Rapid Spin was on this, it'd be a godsend. This allows for us to rocks. I mean, the Chomp is gonna come in, but it is what it is. Because I need the Rapid Spin. That's the thing. I don't actually might not go Chomp. You might just go straight Chiyu. I need Chomp dead for Ceruledge. Like, I need so many conditions met. How do I win this? I need Chiyu gone. Maybe I should put dual spin. This team is way too weak to, so he does have liquidation, and he is. I actually want the Azu to stay in. So if I have to give up Sun for that, because then I go to the Great Tusk and spin, and then we have a game on our hands. So I will always first. So go Great Tusk. He wasn't choiced. The Garchomp could come in though, because he dies to rocks and blocks the spin. Hopefully he doesn't think about that and just because my out can be Dragonite too. It's funny if him leaving in the say sacks Garchomp as he should. Now he goes to Chiyu. Yeah, this is looking rough for your boy. Chiyu in and of itself, maybe I shouldn't have given up Sun, but the problem is the Iron Valiant is probably actually Bitter Blade. Ceruledge is type. Yeah, that turn when Garchomp didn't die. I wonder if he's defensive Garchomp. Because I don't know if max speed would have not died there. From an earthquake, from 20, I don't know. Garchomp's bulky, he's unstabbed. He actually goes to Great Tusk, which I think is a huge mistake. One, is risking a speed tie, potentially. I really hope I win this tie. Okay, this is a huge deal. I don't know why he went Great Tusk over Chiyu. Even if he knocks me out there. Because now Chiyu gets to come in. And I force Azu in on on my Chiyu. But I could go a couple different ways. I could go Roaring Moon. No, we Chiyu first. Because he's going to leave this in because he has no switchings to it. So the Sun boost is way better, obviously, since the Donphan can't come in on the Dark. Donphan can come in on Dark Style. Best case would if he randomly went to Azu. One, I think he would get one shot. But also, I don't think I've shown whether I was scarfed or not. So he doesn't know, which means he might go Iron Valiant. But as I said, Iron Valiant is likely. So Donphan's gone, which is good for this. So the only thing left that's relevant that I'm worried about with my Ceruledge is the Azu, and he goes to it now because it has the priority move. So I'm actually debating just flamethrowing and giving up Chiyu, but at the same time I want it for the Iron Valiant. But if I'm going for broke here, he Aqua Jets. Aqua Jet never kills. I Dragonite. Yeah, I think I just flamethrower here. Ideally Aqua Jets. Oh, he's Assault Vest probably. That's fine, because I would expect Chiyu to go down that turn anyway. I go Dragonite. Yeah, we go Dragonite here. We knock him out with the Earthquake. Scizor is confirmed banded by the U-turn damage, which is good. And so this forces Chiyu not to be able to just come in and have its way. Because I need the speed boost. No, I don't. No, I don't. A Bitter Blade should do enough. Because if he goes Chiyu here, yeah, you go Dragonite. I mean, you go Scizor. And I Dragon Dance here. No, I don't need to. I'll just Roost here. Bullet Punches, which is what I want. Roaring Moon beats Chiyu and Iron Valiant potentially. Which one is better to keep? Doesn't matter. I don't think. So let him BP. I guess I could have let him Bitter Blade me. I don't think it matters which one I keep. I guess if I'm not using my Terra type, it's better to keep the Terra E-Speed. So I'll give up Roaring Moon. Even if he pivots to Chiyu, I don't even remember what his item is. I didn't see. But if he BPs my Ceruledge, then I get the terrestrializing boost from the better to close combat here, isn't it? Because if he switches out into Chiyu, he'll live. That's better to CC here. Yeah, we don't want him going Chiyu and living the Bitter Blade. Now he has to hit me. Even if he doesn't hit me, it's still fine. Because the thing about Ceruledge is it's typing naturally walls Iron Valiant. So yeah, it's speed as I expected. I'm Focus Sashed, but we don't want a random, I think, Bitter Blade with the drop. Shadow Ball. Okay. Did not expect Shadow Ball. I actually hope Bitter Blade does enough. Bitter Blade's only base 90 though. I don't know what this thing's stats are. Maybe I overestimated how much I do to him, because I'm not like Terra. Oh, but it doesn't do enough, but the Shadow Ball doesn't do shit either. That's actually really important. So now I Swords Dance, and that should be it. Because if I don't, and Bitter Blade, if I'm like, because this thing's defense doesn't look awesome, and +2 Shadow Sneak should one-shot Scizor after rocks. Oh fuck. Oh, okay, I got scared for a sec. Okay, I think that's game. I played this pretty sloppily. The Garchomp turn not knowing my roles there off a head calc was really big. Chiyu and Great Tusk murk this team, like just straight on lead murk. So yeah, there's no way from 776 attack you're not doing fucking 38% to probably a max speed. Well, it might not be max speed, but yeah, it's a good game, bro. Yeah, so the Iron Valiant, yeah, see, we lost a hella points from the disconnections. So, we're gonna, oh yeah, fucking great. This shit right here, I mean, these two, to be fair, guys, I'm pretty sure he just made a meme team, right? I wanted to use Ceruledge and Sun and things, and so I just picked the team. But to be fair, it's not well constructed from a defensive standpoint. Even though offensively it could be better. And it was far worse with the armor rouge on it. So, you know, don't expect the greatest prowess from this. And because of Terra type, and back in the day, you know, obviously, you know what you were going. Say replay. Okay. You know what you were getting into. But you might set up a sweep and you're terrestrialized into something, and your entire sweep is ruined. So. You kind of have to be mindful of all these factors at the same time. Now, Ceruledge is very, this is a Ceruledge-like game. Like, I like this a lot. Now, Dragapult. Dragapult's a bitch. Because I don't have a Dragon Resist or Immunity. Lamora sometimes I've seen a Terra Grass knock me out before. And so what I'll do is the worst case scenario is a Dragapult. Let me see, what would you want? Would be a Glamora having its way. Let's focus Sash. We'll just have to go the stay pointing up. Just going for CC. Knock off. Well, if he's not Sash, I just assume they're all Sash. But I guess if he's not Sash, and he has like a air balloon Goldengo or something like that, this would be a horrendous position for me. But if he's Sash, he's gonna get the damage off anyway. T-Spikes aren't good for this team, obviously. The question is going to be whether or not he's going to risk going hard into his Dragapult. Even if he does, I probably should make this Donphan Terra Fairy, to be honest. It's Terra Water right now. Oh yeah, I have another version of this team as well with Breloom and stuff. There's really not another version, it's the same team. I wasn't sure which one would be profitable. I was like, okay, Breloom looks cool. It always succeeds. And we never tried too many Dragonites. But, that's not true. I think we've had 2 on the lives. But from a game plan standpoint, he's super susceptible to Chiyu. My thing is just how am I gonna hazard control? Right? Is he going to Terra? But I suppose, you know, my fires aren't the only thing that win. I can make a case for Dragonite Terra normal here. Scizor would likely be one of the quickest things we'd be willing to sack because my team is so. You'd assume maybe my Dragonite has Fire Punch anyway, so you're like, why do I need the Scizor? Or maybe I'll come at it from just I'm gonna drop all your mons before you even get the chance. So 30 seconds left on the clock. I may have disconnected like myself in the past. So we're gonna pause until he makes a decision. Yeah, I think he DC'd and didn't know. Because again, I was the games earlier, it wasn't like, and they were such great games, man. It wasn't long into the games, but they looked like they were gonna be like a great test for the Sun team. I faced rain, I Terra watered my Donphan, destroyed the Barraskewda. It was crazy, and then I disconnected. And I didn't even know I disconnected, so I'm like, okay, I clicked it and I'm waiting. And I just noticed nothing was moving. I was to refresh. Game ended 20 minutes ago. Not 20, but you know. Loom is a bitch too. Loom is a bitch. This actually looks a lot like the team I used in the beginning of the gen. The Grimmsnarl Shed Shell strats. With the more developed metagame, he's probably like, okay, I figured out a better way to do it. So I'm excited to see what he has in store for your boy. So many ways this could go. I want my rocks up pronto. He doesn't deal well with Torkoal. Like just in general. But if he, what he could do is shed tail into what to do. I'll aim to win with Ceruledge. A tricky thing. I can do it if I just get the speed boost. So our goal is going to be to lure out that Grimmsnarl as early as possible to have it get bodied. I'm just afraid of a lead loom. A lead loom would be a worst case. So what I'll do is Torkoal first. I knew if he led with this, nothing he could shed tail into nothing he shed tail into wouldn't get lava plumed. I suppose he could heat rock knock off my item, but what could he shed tail into? I'm not too scared of Esparthra because I have a Focus Sasher. Lava Plume first. If he goes for a knockoff or something, I'll be really tight because I could have gotten up rocks that would have destroyed the loom. I can't have him. I can't rocks here. Oh wow. Damn. That's like the worst case scenario. Man, I could have rocks there. That was like worst case scenario. I'll get rocks up versus Grimmsnarl, but that wasn't good for us. He likely switch into Grim, yeah. But actually I can't get rocks versus Grim. I'll overheat first because it'll just do so much fucking damage even with the light screen up. Yeah. And man, the fucking Draco, bro. He might be spec. No, I mean, what the? I don't even know its offensive stats because of that. Fuego Val. I really don't know what to expect from Fuego Val either. If this is the same kind of set that I wonder if this is the same team from. I might have just lost this turn, like right here. Because I've seen like taunt variants with Aqua Step and whatnot. I'm gonna go hard Dragonite. If he Aqua Steps first, yeah, and I've seen like taunt variants of this. Taunt bulk up and shit like that. Is taunt. If it's not taunt, then I have a shot. I'm just gonna Earthquake here. He's bulk up for sure, but he didn't use taunt. Because, you know, obviously I beat his dual stabs. And Aqua Step, the sun is up, so you can't Aqua Step endlessly. And I should be faster. Aqua Step is doing damage though, so I gotta be careful. Fuck. Turn normally and knock him out. And he really got me to fucking do all this extra shit just now. Upside is that if the loom isn't sash, he's swept. But that's where if I had the Torkoal, he goes Grimmsnarl. Yeah, he swept. Like, you go Grimmsnarl first. Like you're desperate. I think Goldenga is gonna terrestrialize and make it rain. I just don't know what Terra type he's gonna turn into. There's no way Make It Rain kills me from here. Like a Choice Scarf or something. He's definitely terrestrializing here. But even then, let me look at the game. I mean, at this point, Everything decimates anyway. He didn't terrestrialize. He specs. Am I gonna die? He didn't kill me. And I got the special attack drop, which is what we wanted. Somebody has a Terra type they're not trying to reveal. He's staying in. It's obviously the second one won't do it because of the special attack drop. And he keeps getting drops. So Loom comes in. If the Loom is Sash, then he should have went to Loom. Okay, it was never Sash. Alright, yeah. That makes sense then. So now I'm in multi-scale range. So we pull that back. But that could have gotten dangerous if he was Taunt. Because Maverick passed me a team with Taunt. I was like, damn, I'm about to get run up on by that. So we're going to have one more. And then we're going to wrap this live up. Yeah, that was scary. That was a scary little situation in the end, and that's the beauty of the metagame still. You don't, like, people are still creating, they're still morphing teams around different Terra types. It's still a very, very creative meta. So as many games as I've played, I still go into games like, I don't know what, I'm like, oh, I know what that's gonna do, and then it just whips out some shit I've never seen, and that's what she said, and yeah, it's crazy. So I'm disappointed that Ceruledge hasn't done any sweeping this live, but I know it can. This might be the game for it. Though Chiyu's Rocks plus Chiyu's fire move is insane. Problem is, again, it's very hard for me to hazard control. But with Great Tusk, in this game with Great Tusk Fairy, I might just counter sweep him with the attack boost, truth be told. So we'll see. My game is going to be to get the hazards up as early as possible. Torkoal. Let's see if I'm choosing to sweep with that. What if I'm not? Could Dragonite sweep too. Few Great Tusks. So many ways to go about this. My own Great Tusk obviously is an issue, as I said. Loom. Okay, so he opts for Great Tusk and gets the attack boost. I was somewhat concerned about that. I could terrestrialize flying right now, and completely invalidates this thing's entire existence. It is a problem. I'm just thinking, do I use my Terra type on this? If I do, I guess those things that I'm gonna sweep it, I don't need my Terra type to do those things. This is the thing, and now he's burnt. Assuming I hit, man, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. The rocks for Breedom for later. Knock, oh man, you hate to see it. And now we got that. This is a phenomenal position to be in. Like, absolutely phenomenal position to be in. That Loom is Sash for sure. He's heavy duty boot. I mean, he's Assault Vest. Lava Plume did 30, yeah, he's Assault Vest. Ice Spinner. If Ice Spinner is your best bet, then you know you're desperate. The Lava Plume fucking crit. So I would have just been able to Lava Plume spam. I guess I can get Rocks back up versus Tinglu. Again, the Sash on the Loom is what I'm concerned about, and then Rocks plus Chiyu would have ate his life. Typically, when these are this item, they don't have focus bars, but if they do, I'm gonna get dropped here, and so be it. Makes it rain though. And now we go for Overheat to overwhelm Tinglu for that one turn. No, we're gonna Flamethrower, because then the Tinglu is guaranteed going for Earthquake. If I Overheat, he might not get 2 KO'd. Azu got nyammed. He got nyammed. He got devoured. He got nyammed right there. It's just a Jamaican word for eat. I did Overheat. Oh, it didn't go through. Okay, I was like, why did Flamethrower do so much? Well, this is good for Ceruledge. I think, again, Ceruledge could do it this time. It's good, it's good, it's still good. Dragonite, she's good. Do I son. Don't need it. Play rough. Oh yeah, I am now. I forgot I was now. I'm glad I didn't go to anything else. So he could lose here. Like, he could get swept this turn. If I go Ceruledge and I haven't seen anybody run Sash Loom. I'm the only one I've seen run it. But it's like a game defining thing right now. So if I go Ceruledge and Swords Dance, I then Bitter Blade afterwards, and then if it's Sash Loom, then all my progress is gone. And then what? I trade Loom for that. Still Balloon on Goldengo, so Great Tusk does not one-shot that. Then I'm staring out the odds of what's the Jetter. He uses Terra type, but he hasn't used it, so what to do? I could just go Great Tusk and Earthquake straight up, but then he can go Goldengo, and it makes it a bit tricky if he doesn't. So I might not sweep with the Ceruledge, I might, but because I think he might go hard Tinglu here, because he's definitely banded. He just one-shot my Torkoal from 45%. I'm a max defense Torkoal. So what's beautiful about it is that I get the weak armor boost, so I outspeed Roaring Moon under any circumstances. So he does go Tinglu. I don't have my Terrestrializing anymore, but if he Terrestrializes, then I get to Bitter Blade. Oh wow, Tinglu fucking devoured that. Mans went for damn, Bitter Blade probably one-shots from here. I'm just thinking if he Terrestrialized into like Ghost or Fairy. I've seen Terra Fairy versions of these. I mean, if CC did fucking 70. He's not terrorizing. Not with this. So I'm like, he hasn't attacked me, but I have my Sash. So he might go Roaring Moon. Okay, if he goes Roaring Moon, then he's not. Yeah. So it doesn't matter what he does here, even if he Terrestrializes. Yeah. So okay, that's exactly what we needed. So Loom can't Mach Punch, which is the beauty of this thing. I don't think he's Sash Loom. If he's Sash, he's Sash. He is, fuck. It's a bit too late for him. Maybe not though. Couple ways we could go Dragonite in Extreme Speed. The Dragonite, funnily enough, is walled by the Goldengo right now. This feels mad deja vu. Like, this was like, I had a dream about this way before we even knew about Terra types. Yeah. There's no point in spinning here. I just knock off. Should Mach Punch. Actually, I should have spun there. I don't think it'll end up mattering, but it won't end up mattering. I mean, see, mix it rain. I don't know why in God's name you went for Nasty, but I guess you had to go for something, right? Hoping that I couldn't touch you, but you're never knocking me out with Aqua Jet or even winning with the move. So that's gonna be our life for today. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this one. This is a blast. We're gonna be back what's gonna seem like tomorrow, but really recorded today. But yeah, the team performed. Sun team got all dubs. As I said, not one of the best defensive teams, but if you have enough metagame knowledge and you can maneuver your pieces a bit better, it can pull off a win, but it's not. Use it for fun. I don't think you're getting to the top. Oh, you can, but it's gonna be very difficult versus competent players that have team matchup. So again, hit the like button down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.